I'm appalled at what you said on that pod thing. It's disgusting.
This is the After the Show podcast. It's where we get honest and real with yo ass. So sit back, relax, have a blast, because it's time for the After the Show podcast.
Yeah, here we go. Welcome to the KVJ After the Show broadcast. Happy Thursday. Almost to the weekend.
Yeah, we are.
Uh-huh. Be some good stuff. I'm pumped because you already tonight have some high school football going on, Virginia.
Woohoo!
Yeah. Will be some exciting stuff. We had some KVJ Nationers in here from Benjamin High School, and they go to play West Boca tonight. It's going to be a tough game. Two really good teams. So it's already getting going. And then tomorrow night and Saturday, you have some nationally televised games that are happening in South Florida. So you can watch that on ESPNs all over the place. One thing that went down last night, hearing a lot of positive word about the Train REO Speedwagon concert. Cesar had sent us some audio, and he went on about how amazing the show was and how much REO Speedwagon interacted with the crowd. Train was amazing, too, with the crowd. All the songs were perfect. At one point, Patrick was tossing Virginia shirts to the crowd.
Hey.
Okay.
With your face on it?
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea for me to steal that song name and put my face on a shirt.
Meet Virginia.
Meet Virginia.
Put your face on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm making like some real jacked up face, like, "Grr!"
Oh my gosh, you just found your retirement money.
So I guess what he did during the song Meet Virginia, he had the Virginia shirt. He signed it, then took it around to all the band members as the song was playing, and they all signed it, and then he threw it to a girl in the front row.
Wow, that's a valuable shirt.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. I've never seen anything like that. I like that. Yeah, my cousin went last night. He was texting me saying it's one of the best concerts he's ever seen.
Taco Bar cousin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, the audio you played, both bands, their voices sounded holy shit awesome.
It did sound really good. And hey, look, they've been doing it a while. So I imagine that's the one thing about seeing some seasoned bands is typically when you go, a lot of them sound really good. They should be. I mean, you've been doing it long enough. Now, there are some that just sound like ass, but...
Well, if you take care of your voice
and your body.
Depending on, depending on what kind of genre you do.
Kevin Cronin, the lead singer of REO Speedwagon, 72.
Wow.
That's insane to sound that good at that age.
Yeah.
72?
72, yeah. My cousin said he was awesome.
Good
really
for
good.
him.
And they've got... there are a few bands that I don't think I realize how much I do like them. They're underrated even in my own mind. REO Speedwagon, every time I hear... Take It on the Road. I'm like, what a great song that is.
Keep on Loving You is my cut. I love that song.
Give us a little bit.
I'm going to blow up my voice. Your boy's
You
barely.
want me to give you some?
Yeah, give us a taste.
I'm gonna keep on loving you.
What?
If it's the only thing I wanna do.
Why do you always do that growl?
Because I know you like it, Daddy.
It's rough.
It is rough. Me and Kevin hate not only when you call us daddy, but when you really call anybody daddy, we don't like it.
Kind of sorry I brought up REO Speedwagon now.
Yeah, stop ruining REO Speedwagon for us.
Yesterday, you been doing all the doctor stuff. You had a report for us today on how the MRIs are going and everything. Jennifer asked, what is the worst part of doing an MRI? She said, for me, the noise, the duration, and not being allowed to move.
Not being allowed to move was awful. I had the worst itch on my neck. I had to scratch it. I couldn't. And the whole time I'm trying to do all
rough.
these mental exercises. Picture yourself in a pizza shop, Bird. Don't.
Okay. That's your happy place? Pizza shop?
Just anything that could...
He got a bone piece when he said that.
They're thinking, oh,
He
man.
thinks pizzeria, and all of a sudden, yes, sir, you have an erection?
I was trying to act like I was on a boat and I got kidnapped, and if they would find me, they would kill me.
So you couldn't move.
I was doing that exercise.
Okay, little mind games.
And they said I did great. I didn't have to do it again. I really did stay still. But what did suck was when I was sitting, I couldn't move. my back and my whole body started cramping up and getting Charlie horses. So I'm trying to not move, and I got all these Charlie horses going on.
And an erection.
It sucked, man. Blue balls and Charlie horses?
That sounds like an album title.
No, I would have hated to have gotten a bone piece in that. I had a robe on. That would have sucked. Because you would have known.
There's no way you could have got a bone piece. It was too probably like upsetting to be in there in the first place. Like, you're not thinking about sex.
I'm not real horny in medical facilities.
No.
They're cold.
I get it.
Yeah.
You're scared.
Got Nikki sent an email and said, "Hey, Virginia, I was wondering how your hair journey is progressing, specifically with the treatments you were doing with your plasma."
Yeah, so I've done 3 of them. I need to do 3 more. I'm actually overdue. I've got to go back and do it soon. It does work, but you have to do it like consistently and over time. Every 6 weeks, you're supposed to go do it. And it helps with keeping those hair follicles strong and rejuvenated. I've seen the before and afters of the real patients that have gone in there. I've analyzed them. It does work, but you've got to do it and stick with it.
Do you have a bald? Is that for balding?
It can help with balding and thinning as well.
Are there things isn't there things you can put in your hair to kind of mask that as well that look good and are awesome?
Totally. There's like powders you can use. They also, at the place where I was going, they also do that micropigmentation where it's basically tattoo. But they tattoo like little black dots if you have black hair, black dots on the top of your head in your part to make it look like it's not so thin.
Parts are weird when it comes to. I notice parts now because when I grew up my hair, the parting was a big part of how you would do your hair.
The parting was a big part.
It was a big part.
Yeah.
And it's weird. You can almost, I guess there's several different parts in your hair that you can kind of retrain.
Totally. You can change your part. I tried to change mine one time and it threw off my equilibrium. So I had to go back to how I had it before because my balance wasn't right. I felt like,
I noticed on my last haircut, I deliberately got one of those parts over on the side. I do like how it looks, but when it grows out, it kind of fucks things up. I don't know if I'm ever going to go down the part way again because
you got a lot of hair.
You almost kind of have to commit to a certain way, and you can't really change that shit up.
You got a lot of hair.
Yeah,
right
he does.
now I do. Oh
Yeah,
my
he
gosh,
does.
I gotta get a haircut so bad.
Kevin would give a pinky finger
It's
to have your
amazing.
hair.
Yeah, look, he just violently runs his hand through it. And nothing.
People,
Strong.
they would say, "Is that a wig?"
Thick.
No, look, see.
I mean, it's on there. That's impressive.
It is.
And Colin said, "Hey, so my wife has been struggling with weight and had a couple questions for Kev. We're thinking about doing Ideal Nutrition. There's a store near us, and I remember you guys saying there's a day you can go and it's sometimes discounted.
Yes.
Like
they
buy one,
do
get one,
that.
things like that. Yeah.
That's amazing because their food is already affordable. But then when
Yeah.
you get it on a sale,
I don't remember what day that was. I know their deliveries are Wednesday and Sunday, so I don't know if it possibly could be Thursday, then right after maybe if stuff they have left that they got to get rid of. That would be my guess.
if you're willing to go there to get it, though, that
Yeah.
could save you some money.
Right. Yeah, and you might want to check on that. Yeah, because they do. I know that's part of it. I know a good bit about the business that they do there at Ideal Nutrition, and that's a big part of it is them. Spoilage is something they have to take into account. And so that's why they'll do great charity stuff with Little Smiles, and we're out at Bamboozle. And they'll do things like that. And they brought a whole bunch of meals and snacks and stuff like that for people. I saw was at Banco Cantina set up on a table.
Yes. They always feed everybody. They're very good to Little Smiles
They
at
are.
Ideal Nutrition.
Yeah, so they've got a lot of that. And that's just part of it that they write into the business. So, yeah, it makes sense for them to say, hey, if you want to come grab all these meals, do it. Why not? So, and they're soon going to come up with a way where their food lasts a really good time. I mean, I get mine and it's good for a whole week, but they're going to have packaging very soon where it's going to last for weeks.
I know I'm not trying to turn this into a commercial, but there's so many people. The word of mouth in that place is very good. A lot of happy customers with them.
They do really good stuff. It's very well run. I'm very impressed with it, and so I hope they maintain the ownership they have because they know what they're doing, and it's ran very effectively.
And you told me you can get a little fat and sassy if you want to.
Yeah, that's why the thing I would tell you about Ideal Nutrition, it's a food delivery service. It's not a diet. Now, I talked about, for me, that I did keto, and staying on that, that's helped me regulate my food intake. But I will tell you, I was like, you know what, maybe I'm going to try out this paleo menu. And I kind of noticed when we were in San Diego, I'm like, I think I packed on a few LBs. So
what comes with the paleo?
Well, paleo, the difference on that would be I've been dabbling with that for the last few months. More red meats and potatoes. There's some potatoes in the paleo stuff. I was like, gosh, potatoes are so good.
So why have you been smiling a little bit more?
Because I do. Look, I love carbs. I know how it goes. And I have sustained that paleo for 2 to 3 months, and it just slowly started to catch up, and probably a little half pound here and there. And then after 3 or 4 months, you're like, okay, that's 5 or 6 I've packed on.
That's what happens, man.
Yeah.
You think you're doing not that much, and then all of a sudden you wake up on a Saturday morning and go, holy fuck, I got fat again.
Yeah, so I reeled it back in and went just keto this week, off only their keto menu. So yeah, it's not a diet plan, but it can help you regulate your calories, because that often happens to people. You eat bigger portions than you think, or you're eating something that you don't know that could be a sauce or something like that just, you may eat a 1,500 calorie meal and think it's 500.
Oh, I am such a sauce slut.
Yeah.
Where you're right.
They'll add it up.
My calories a lot of times don't come from the main part.
Right.
It comes from that sauce, baby.
Yeah.
I just love it.
It's those stealth things. It's sauces. It's what you drink. I know that, hey, you have cocktails, you're packing it on, so all those things add up. So, yeah, Ideal Nutrition is fantastic for maintaining, and, you could even lose weight. I did. I used it and lost a good bit because I dropped my calorie intake, and it's helped me for 4 years now stay where I am.
My big adjustment is quitting soda and drinking Crystal bullshit light. Crystal Light. It's fine, I get it, but it's not going to win you the tournament. After 5 days of Crystal Light, you just go, shit, can I get a soda?
Yep.
You guys like Crystal Light, or is it too chemically?
Too chemically. I will not drink that shit.
So even when I'm trying to do better, I'm still fucking up.
Well, why don't you just take a glass of water, put some fresh fruit in it, and drink that? Because, instead of putting all those chemicals, just put a little fresh fruit in your water.
Just cutting the fruit. They gotta get bored.
And it's not nearly as...
No.
Publix will cut it for you. You can buy it pre-cut.
I'm not like you. I don't like asking people to do annoying things for me.
It's almost like you took a glass of Crystal Light, you filled it maybe a quarter of the way full, maybe an eighth, and then you poured water in the rest of it.
And then you add on some extra work on top of it. Yeah, great fucking idea, Virginia. I'll drink my Crystal Light.
Chemical Dan over here. You love a chemical.
I was raised on them. Y'all were too. I never got away.
I was raised on them too, and then I realized, wait a minute, why the frick am I eating all these things I can't pronounce? This is not good for me. I gotta try to not do that. You can make the adjustment.
No, you're right. You're, every choice in your life, you're always making healthy choices.
Well, no, I don't. I drink too much. I do make bad choices. So I have to counterbalance that. I can't just be a freaking pirate at every angle of my life.
Y'all do have a good discipline when it comes to your food. Now, alcohol for
no, terrible on that.
Not you, Kevin. I'm talking about alcoholic Alice over here. I've seen you be disciplined even with alcohol. You went on runs where you wouldn't drink.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. But yeah, it's one thing that I know is not helping with the weight that's still in my life.
Well, the run she's done is a beer run. But I'm right there with you.
It's just so fun.
Yeah. And Colin says he's thinking about pointing his wife to Red Mountain Weight Loss. Yeah, they're effective. My wife uses them and loves it. So they've got all the diet drug stuff, but they got their own version that I think might be better than some of the other ones. Angela has got a suggestion here. Steak Girl for a little sleep help. It's a tincture called Cambio Calm.
Oh, I think I've heard of this.
Yeah, she said a dropper full or so under your tongue within an hour. It's off to dreamland. It doesn't make you groggy, and it doesn't make you high. That sounds amazing. That sounds like exactly what I need.
We love Steak Girl. She's been listening forever.
Yeah.
Steak Girl, you're awesome.
She is awesome.
We love your meat.
Yeah. Lori said, been listening to you guys for decades. My kids grew up in Delray with us giggling about your morning antics. Such a fun way to start the day. Those kids, now grown, one has started a business, cannabis-infused seltzer.
Okay.
We know you partake. I heard you talking last week about the calories, sugars, carbs, etc. in your craft beers. Well, we got you. Liberty in a can is zeros across the board. No guilt, just refreshing.
Our boys will be happy to sample some and tell you what is up.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out for that. Liberty in a can.
Weed, liquid, oh no. Twist my arm, please. I don't want any.
Yeah. Still lots of comments coming in about the proposal to take 1,000 acres of Jonathan Dickinson State Park and turn it into a couple golf courses, 2 18-hole, 1 9-hole. And Melissa said not everybody also is into the pickleball or disc golf course or even camping in cabins like they're projecting at some of the other or proposing at some of the other parks in Florida. Anything that destroys the natural park should be excluded. We need more public golf courses to make it more affordable. If these are the public courses, then that's just fine. Golf is a huge tourist draw, and cheaper golf would help. And I think that's what Governor Rick Scott was looking into in 2011 when this first came up. They were trying to find more and affordable golf courses because you think about a private course in Florida, and if you're a tourist, you fly in, you have to know somebody to get on that course. And if you're a tourist, you may not. And so to have good quality public courses that are still affordable, I could see where that would help out the tourism.
Yeah, the trending of things going down in price is really, really prevalent these days, especially something like golf. I'm sure that won't be fucking expensive.
You know what you need to do on your Weird and Whatever podcast? Why don't you get Vicky to conjure up the ghost of Trapper Nelson and get his opinion on them putting a golf course on the land?
Interesting. Don't ever tell me how to run my podcast ever again.
Oh, sorry for trying to help you get some numbers.
I just like telling you to butt out. Nah, I'll bring it up. I will.
You might go viral with that shit.
Yeah.
You cowboy dick.
I don't look like a cowboy today. I look
Farmer dick?
I look like
Yeah.
a farmer who's not very good at farming. All the other farmers are pissed that I'm with them.
World's worst farmer.
Yes.
Yeah. Got an email from Ashley. She said, yesterday on the ATS, you were talking about all the development going in the North Palm Beach area. And did you know for the first time ever, the population of Florida has reached 23 million? And just for a little perspective, the entire population of Canada is 38 million. So Florida has over half of that in one state.
Who do you think's ass would win as far as an ass kicking? Florida versus Canada. I think Florida wins.
I think Florida wins.
Because
And what are we talking about? Like a fight?
if all of a sudden we turned on each other,
Yeah.
Florida versus Canada, I think Florida wins just because we're fucking crazy.
Yeah, I think so too.
Definitely more squirrely, unpredictable. I think of Canadians and I think of peaceful and nice.
We'll go up there, we'll eat you.
True. Yeah.
Eat your face.
I mean, shit.
It can happen. Yeah, no doubt about it.
But by the way, I do not want to go to war with Canada.
No.
Lovely people.
Lovely people. I want to go to Canada to just visit to see what it's like. I'm blown away by the story of Denny's not having a passport, and they just let them walk right through.
Franny just went to Canada. When we were up there in Buffalo, she stayed an extra day and went over to Canada and checked it all out.
And she's got her passport and all that.
Probably. She's very adult.
Why don't you help me with that? Would you mind?
I'll get your passport.
That'd be
It's a
cool.
small handling fee.
That's fine. The handle of vodka.
Yeah, give me that a toll handle.
You got it.
For people who are upset about, oh my gosh, see, we got more people, blah, blah, blah. The good news is if you don't like the population and think we're already too crowded, it is expected to peak this year and then start getting smaller with each following year for the rest of the 2020s.
Because no one's having kids anymore and the human species is dying off.
That's right.
Some people are afraid of that, by the way.
I know. And they really should be. I know a lot of people are like, finally, this is great. Yeah, I've got my whatever it is. I'm not going to have kids and screw it. And that's all good. It's your own personal thing. But yeah, there are some people that are legitimately concerned, and they look at the pacing of birth and death rates. And that's why our population in Florida is going to go down, because deaths outpaced births in Florida and have every year since 2019. And they say it's going to continue. Right now, 10% of all Florida residents are 75 and older.
Wow.
75 and older. So that is significant. And they say that that's why Florida is going to start having a drop. And then they say the annual number of births in the United States has decreased overall by 17%.
That's a big
since
number.
2007.
Yeah, that is a big
It's
number.
a large number, man.
Wow.
Yeah. So
I think it's a whole ripple effect that happens. I mean, when people are afraid that we're dying off as a species.
you have a lot of people that don't want to bring kids in because of climate issues. There are people that are doing that. There are people that are having fertility issues, and it could be our environment, the foods we're eating. And
Chemicals.
yes, all that
Crystal
stuff.
light.
Yeah, is impacting fertility.
I think culture's changed too, of where the
Yeah.
guilt and the pressure of having kids and starting a family isn't like it used to be.
No, absolutely. There are a lot of people. Like my daughter is 26, and she is pretty much. Right now, I don't know if she's ever going to have kids. Every time she sees there was a baby that was at Bamboozle on Saturday, and my wife just loves kids. She's like, let's do another one. I'm like, oh my gosh, no.
Stop drinking.
And, yeah, I know. And she was like, Caitlin, you need to have, and Caitlin's like, no. Like, I do not think I'm ever having children. So
That's what Caitlin said?
yeah, she says she wants to spend her life traveling. She doesn't want to be spending it raising kids. So
That's a prerogative.
yeah, right. And hey, I'm all for that, but
And she might change her mind, know, if she's like in her 30s and
Yeah.
her baby clock starts
Right.
ticking, she could always change her mind. If she found a nice man, then he wanted kids, that could change her mind. But
yeah.
You're all right. She is still so young. I mean, 26 is a different 26 than it was even 10 years ago.
Yeah, it is. And there are just a lot of people. I even saw the stats for guys 50 and older. A lot of the median age on how late guys are waiting to have children is
50? So I got 3 more years?
yep. Still
Shit.
potential, Bird.
Oh, let me pick my baby. Oh, fuck, my back. Shit.
don't drop your baby.
No, that's the one thing I would not drop. Yeah, I'm telling you.
Not dropping that baby.
No,
huh?
You'd be a helicopter
I
parent.
would worry about my kids so fucking much. It would be.
You would be worse than me.
I would try
I
not-
worry all the time, but I think you would worry more.
Well, I would consciously try not to. I would try not to worry in front of them, like my mom might have done. But I think you can only hide your stripes for so long. Eventually, you're gonna fuck up your kid.
It is hard to not let them see you worry and see you make parenting mistakes.
Yeah,
It's just going to happen.
Well, when you have a kid, everything's got to change. I believe that. Not everything, but you gotta. Even see what Denny's. Denny's life has changed drastically.
Drastically.
And if you are a guy that wants to make sure that you never have kids, follow what I was doing back in junior high. Get yourself a moped, grow out your mullet, and then strap a boombox onto that moped and cruise up where all the ladies are hanging out to try to pick them up. It won't work.
There's an ass for every seat, my man. Somebody's getting wet from that scenario. Somebody.
And it may be Jason.
Yeah. Keith said, I asked ChatGPT to make an image just so he could get an idea of what mullet Kev looked like back in the day on his red Honda moped with the boombox on the back. And that's one little look there at the pool as I was, I'd roll up to the community pool there in Logan, Ohio.
Wow, that's kind of too fancy for
Yeah.
you.
Oh, that is.
I picture you more dirtbaggy.
Yeah. That's kind of more of a Bon Jovi style mullet
Yeah,
right there.
that guy's a little too classy.
Yeah. I need more dirtbag.
Yeah, well, we were bringing it. Now, if you're trying to do cool things like that, I am trying to get as good as I can with AI and ChatGPT and all that stuff. Engineer Keith got a couple other things for you to check out here today, and his advice is that there are new AI products designed to basically copy a news article into ChatGPT and reduce it by 90%. He said when you mention that, you can just go to perplexity.ai, and it aims to enhance searching the internet for information. And it should be able to make this procedure in a single step. A good example is to search, for instance, the KVJ Bamboozle event without the quotation marks. You'll get an okay summary, but it's better than Google. You can also use Search GPT by the people who do ChatGPT, and it'll give you a better result. So check that out. So remember perplexity.ai and also Search GPT.
Hold on. Chat GPT, please explain what the fuck Engineer Keith just wrote into us. Send. You are very stupid, Jason.
Gabriel is saying that the cracker aisle is superior to the chip aisle in the grocery store.
There were some people defending it.
It's in the definite minority, but he says both have sweet and savory possibilities when you go to the cracker aisle, plus a much bigger dip accompaniment works for crackers than for chips.
Look, I do not want the people to get it twisted. I love crackers. I really do. The argument was, would KVJ audience vote? Do they love chips better or more than the crackers? Yeah. And I figured
it was what,
they
9
would.
out of 10 with chips. It was pretty.
But I do love I love a cracker plate. I make a cheeseburger or a grill. I should call it more of a grilled cheese cracker sandwich. I will make you guys some. You will not like it and probably make fun of it. Never mind, I'm not making it.
Do you cook it?
No, I take crackers and I put cheese on it. I put a pickle on there, a dollop of ketchup, a dollop of mustard, another pickle, and then you put another one on top of it.
Cracker?
You heat it, and then all of a sudden it melts into this delicious, and you can put whatever you want in the middle of it, but the way I kind of do a combination, it almost tastes like a cheeseburger in your mouth.
Interesting.
Without any of the meat.
There's no meat.
But it tastes like almost like a McDonald's cheeseburger.
Huh.
Look at that, huh?
Yeah, I can see where that would work.
You want to make you some tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Kevin,
I'll try it. I'll try it.
It sounds like a fun
bold.
kid snack.
Kids are a stoner snack. Yeah.
Kids and stoners eat the same.
It's pretty much that you're describing a whole snack pack show. It's either little kids or adults that are fucked up in the crowd.
Well, those are the parents.
I know they are.
Got Jeremy asking, are you guys coming to Broward anytime soon? We'll see. We were waiting on a new insurance thing that was supposed to happen, or I hope did.
I think a decision was made, and we just have to pitch individual events and sell them to the big boss.
Yep. So we're going to try to do that in a couple places that we want to hit. Yeah, we got to get to Broward. That is pretty much the next spot. We'll probably be back in the Jupiter area sometime before too long. So
we talked about doing a Christmas show, maybe, if y'all would be into that.
Yep.
And in worst case scenario, let's just do it on my fucking roof in my house. Unsanctioned. If you
On
know
your
what
roof, okay.
Yeah, well, we'll be on top of the roof. Everyone can be on the ground. That'll be kind of like our stage.
Oh, I got you.
Unsanctioned, uninsurable.
Turn into a pool party. I could. My parking lot could turn into a damn rave if you wanted it to.
It could, yeah.
My neighbors are so cool with it.
Are they?
Most of them.
Okay.
Your parking lot?
My area, my driveway, we could turn that into a whole section, a whole fucking
Yeah.
area, dance area.
Oh, you want to dance?
If Yes, I want to dance.
Okay.
I do want to dance.
All right. I'd like to see that.
That'd be fun. If I get sued.
Why don't you get your MRI results first, then dance?
I feel a little better today, which is dangerous. That's what all my friends say.
He's ready to go and re-injure himself.
Not
They
good.
go, you walk a little better. You feeling better? I go, my leg feels a little better. I go, oh, fuck, you're going to do something stupid, aren't you?
Jennifer sent us this amusing sign from a Popeyes Louisiana chicken restaurant, and they have a sign at the register that says, "We can fight at this location, so think before you speak."
That's amazing.
That's pretty good.
I have seen some fights. If you hashtag fights at Popeyes on any of the social media, it's pretty good stuff. A lot of those Popeyes employees are not playing with you.
There's no shortage. Just go on a YouTube and just put fast food fights and then type the year in. You're going to have content galore, my friends.
It's a lot.
I couldn't tell if I got tricked by the fake internet or not. I'm sure you guys have seen this picture. Someone goes, "I'm never going to KFC again," and they're showing a piece of chicken, and it's got a chicken face with a beak, as if they didn't cook the whole chicken.
The face with the beak.
It's got the beak. It looks real, but then you go, "Bruh, did they really accidentally
You bringing
serve
that weak ass shit in here?
the chicken?" You got a lot of balls about the fake shit you get duped on.
Whatever. It's been a minute since I've been duped.
I need to know though, is the chicken nugget with the chicken
face on it with a beak? What the fuck do you think?
And the captions, "I'm never going to KFC again."
Never.
It was sponsored by Popeyes.
You got duped.
I don't know. Did I get duped? The internet's a dangerous game.
Somebody said the KFC logo, you know how it's like the Colonel and he's got that little necktie? They said, my niece said, "Why is his head so big and his body so little?" And now when you look at it, the necktie does look like a little body, like 2 arms and 2 legs. She said she can't unsee it.
Okay.
Look at the logo next time, and it'll look like a little man.
Okay, Kev, who had a shittier chicken story? You or Virginia?
I was just thinking that. I don't know. They're both really shitty. Yeah, that's a good question.
We poultried hard. Try hard. Never mind. All right.
Oh.
Yeah. Denny's, edit that out, please.
It's a race to the bottom.
KVJ show, a race to the bottom.
Huckleberry said, "So how's that studio coming?" We did get an update yesterday from Dave, our engineer. He said that they're going to be putting in the furniture the first week of September, and it's very possible that we could be in the brand new KVJ studios mid-October.
2026.
Yeah.
Right after the new morning show.
We'll see.
When they roll us out of here, the new guy's going to love his studio.
The new morning show is going to be, this is tits.
Yeah, that's right.
Amazing.
It's great. So hopefully soon, and not only will KVJ TV look better, we'll have a bunch of new features as well. We are hoping. So trying to up our tech game. We'll see how it goes. All right, y'all.
We got Weird Whatever tonight, 6 p.m. on our KVJ YouTube page.
They're going to be
right.
channeling the ghost of Trapper Nelson.
And talking about fake chicken faces in nuggets.
Yep. So don't miss that. That'll be live also on demand. Subscribe to the KVJ Show YouTube channel.
Our numbers did go up on subscribers.
Okay.
They did. It went up a little bit.
Yes.
We're at 31,300 plus.
That
Thank you,
is
guys.
tits.
It's working.
Appreciate that. All right, y'all. Have a good one. We'll see you back here for your Friday KVJ show.